Hi there, welcome to Sky Sports Breakfast on a morning of huge breaking news. Just 80 days since signing a new contract at Nottingham Forest, Nuno Espírito Santo has been sacked. The full story is coming up. Nuno Espírito Santo sacked as Nottingham Forest head coach just 3 games into the new season. Owner Evangelos Marinakis was deeply hurt by Nuno publicly criticising him and decided against a meeting to repair their relationship. Global head of football at Forest, Edu, and Ross Wilson will oversee the appointment of a new head coach, with Oliver Glasner, Mauricio Pochettino and Andoni Iraola, Marco Silva all admired. Michael Owen ruffled Wayne Rooney's feathers over the weekend. Now he's taking aim at Harry Kane. Find out what the England captains had to say after Owen questioned his decision to move to Bayern Munich. It was a comfortable night for Scotland as they continued their unbeaten start to World Cup qualifying with a win over Belarus. Action on the way. First, the major news from the Premier League that landed late last night. And Nottingham Forest have sacked head coach Nuno Espírito Santo. Nuno was given a new contract in June, having guided Forest back into Europe for the first time in nearly 30 years. But cracks appeared in recent weeks, particularly with his comments about owner Evangelos Marinakis. And Sky Sports News has learned a meeting between Nuno and Marinakis to try and fix their relationship never took place. Well, Sky Sports News has also been told that the Forest owner was deeply hurt and angered by Nuno speaking out against him twice in public. The first time came ahead of Forest's opening game of the season against Brentford, which they won 3-1 as Nuno openly criticised the Forest hierarchy for the club's transfer strategy.
We are very far, very far from where we should be. We are very far in terms of preparation, in terms of planning, in terms of squad. Worried that 2 or 3 days time we are playing for the Premier League, the more demanding competition in the world, and we are very far, very far. The plans that we had didn't come true. The preparation was, in terms of squad, was not ideal. We didn't have the chance to create what I think is more important, is the bond, because we don't know which squad we have. We have players working here that know they're going to live on loan. We have a major problem.
Following that criticism, Forest then spent £118 million on 4 new players in the coming week, and they were actually the 8th highest spenders in the Premier League during what was an astonishing summer transfer window. But despite those signings, just a week after his criticism of the club's hierarchy, Nuno then opened up on his relationship with Forest owner Evangelos Marinakis, admitting their bond was no longer the same. And where there's smoke, there's fire. In response to reports, his position at the club were under threat.
I always had a very good relationship with the owner. Good, I think everybody at the club should be together, but it's not a reality.
Well, last season, Nuno defended his owner when Marinakis stormed the pitch at full-time following a 2-2 draw with rivals Leicester. Marinakis looked to have delivered some harsh words to his head coach after a result that dented their Champions League hopes. Well, Nuno won 28 of his 73 matches in charge at Nottingham Forest, leading them to a 7th place Premier League finish last season, meaning Forest will play in Europe for the first time in 30 seasons, as well as an FA Cup semi-final. Nuno's last game in charge of Forest was a 3-0 home defeat to West Ham. They've picked up 4 points from their 3 games so far this season. They head to Arsenal in the lunchtime kickoff on Saturday. Now, who's in charge for that game remains unclear, but who could be Nuno's replacement at Nottingham Forest? Well, Sky Sports News has been told no one has yet been lined up, but these 4 coaches widely admired by the Forest hierarchy. Oliver Glasner, Andoni Iraola, Marco Silva and Mauricio Pochettino will all be considered. Making the decision on Nuno's replacement will be Ross Wilson and Edu, the former technical director of Arsenal and now Marinakis' right-hand man and head of global football at Forest. Now, Harry Kane has responded to Michael Owen after the former England striker said he was nuts for moving to Germany when on the verge of becoming the Premier League's record goal scorer. While speaking on the Rio Ferdinand Presents podcast, Owen said that he couldn't believe that Kane had decided to join Bayern when he'd had a chance to become the Premier League all-time top goal scorer. Kane's currently number 2 on the list with 213 goals, that's 47 behind Alan Shearer. Kane said, "I know he was insinuating I went just for a trophy, but it was to be at the highest level for as long as possible, and I'm really happy in that sense of playing big games, title runs, big Champions League matches, Club World Cup quarter-final. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I spent a bit of time with him, but don't know him well. Obviously, he's a Premier League great and an England great as well, so I'll respect him as a person, but ultimately, as he will know, everyone's career is different. Everyone's decisions and motivations are different."
I actually thought the sort of wider interview Michael Owen gave was very interesting. I think he missed with this one, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if there's anything massively easy about leaving the club where you've spent the better part of your life and taking on a new challenge abroad of all the challenges that we saw in the first season in Germany, that they didn't actually win anything at all. So I suppose that kind of shot down one aspect of the argument, and the other is he's on course to break all manner of records now that he's over there as well. I think what he's actually done is proven that he's one of, if not the greatest England striker we've ever seen.
I'm not exactly sure there were that many options on the table for Harry Kane when he went to Bayern Munich. Certainly the prospect of Tottenham winning the title, impossible. I think the Manchester City move had been 12 months earlier. There'd been mention of Manchester United 12 months around the time he went to Bayern Munich. That wouldn't have been the greatest move in terms of trying to win something Harry Kane could have made. I think it was a brave move to go there. Whatever he does, he just keeps scoring goals, whether it's for England, whether it was for Tottenham, and now it's at Bayern Munich.
Harry Kane will be leading the England team when Thomas Tuchel's side take on Serbia tonight. England go into the match top of their group with 4 wins from 4, and they've yet to concede a goal. Tonight's match in Belgrade will be arguably England's toughest fixture, and Tuchel thinks the challenge of taking on Serbia will bring out the best in the team.
How the game plays out, you always have to prepare for everything. We prepare for the best version of Serbia. First of all, we are in a very sportive country, in a very emotional country. They have world-class sportsmen in all types of sports. They have amazing talents over the years in football, and we will face individual quality. We will face emotions. We have our first away game together in a very emotional and traditional stadium. So I think the occasion, the opponent, and the constellation will bring out the very best in us.
Despite England topping their group, the performances of the side have come in for some criticism. Tuchel is staying positive, though.
It's a privilege. It's not hard. It's a dream, and it's a challenge that I wanted, and it's a privilege that I got offered this opportunity. And I can just assure everyone, like on day one, I will do everything, really everything, that to be successful. I love every minute of it. It comes with scrutiny, it comes with criticism, and it comes, of course, with a lot of opinions. That is normal. But the job in itself and the people around and to work with the players is a privilege and is a dream.
Morten Hjulman, the heartbeat of Sporting CP, has made a decision that stunned the football world. Despite Manchester United circling and Juventus pushing hard after their Douglas Luiz windfall, the Danish midfield warrior chose loyalty, staying in Lisbon for one more season. But deep down, everyone knows this might be his farewell tour. Sporting president Federico Varandas revealed that Hjulmand was practically lost to Italy before club chiefs staged an emotional intervention, convincing their captain to stay and lead one more charge for glory. His 69 Merples release clause may have expired, but Hjulmand won't leave cheap. Still, he's likely to cost less than Brighton's Carlos Baleba, whose sky-high fee scared United away. And here's where the story turns emotional. Sporting are already preparing for life after their captain. Reports in Portugal suggest Francisco Trincao will inherit the armband next season, a symbolic passing of the torch that hints at an inevitable goodbye. Hjulmand, 26, has worn the armband with pride this season, guiding Sporting through 3 wins before a painful home defeat to Porto. For Denmark, he stood tall again, battling through 90 minutes against Scotland while United's Patrick Dorg watched from the bench.